session, Beauty, Derm, and DIY that the doctor swears by. So we're today with Dr. Geetika Mittal Gupta. She's been previously on Sipping Thoughts. She's an award-winning cosmetologist. I am Sukirti Gupta. I am the co-founder of Sipping Thoughts. Sipping Thoughts is a multi-platform media company that was co-founded by me and Meeta Gurgutia. It was set up keeping in mind the tagline, Real Women, Real Thoughts. We are a space for women to share their real thoughts and be heard, a no judgment platform where we want to create a network of women for women. Sipping Thoughts is available on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and of course, please do check out our website. But given the current scenario, I think most of us are avoiding going out, avoiding clinics, parlors, salons. We just are trying to kind of maybe see how much can we do at home. Today, we're very, very lucky. We've got the founder and medical director of Isaac Luxe, Dr. Geetika Mittal Gupta, who will speak to us about major skin issues that women are facing, how to avoid them, and even cure them. And the best part of this webinar is Dr. Geetika will share some easy DIY skincare routines that we can also do at home. She has over a decade of experience in the field of cosmetology, and she has been acclaimed and an award winning celebrity cosmetologist, physician with excellence in unconventional anti aging therapies. She's been honored with a series of awards, including the Vogue Beauty Awards in 2019 as the Best Skin Expert, Portfolio Award by Merz for number one Ultherapy Clinic in India in 2018, Best Hospital for Wellness and Healthcare in Delhi and NCR by Worldwide Achievers, as well as the National Healthcare Leadership Award by Zee Business. But more recently, she's been conducting lots of numerous skincare masterclasses on Vogue, Elle, and Hello. And we're so happy today to have her on Sipping Thoughts. So, Dr. Geetika, a very warm welcome to you and welcome to Sipping Thoughts.
Thank you, Sukriti. Thanks for this opportunity. And I'm as excited as you are, and I'm sure everyone over here to share all my secrets and here to help everyone with quick tips and tricks that they can do at home. So are we
As
ready?
I promised, I have Yes, as I promised, I have so many questions. So let me start it off before I turn it over to you. I think one
Yes.
of the things that we are always worried about, the home treatments versus the clinical treatments. Are they similar? Are they as good?
There is no comparison, in fact, Sukriti. When it comes to home treatments, we are generally relying upon only exfoliation, be it your scrubbing or just removing the top layer, the dead layer of the skin, which actually gives us a lot of satisfaction that our skin has become clean. But is it really treating anything? Not really. So if you're a person who wants to treat the early signs of aging, be it those sunspots, pigmentation, acne, you need to seek medical advice. Especially with people who have acne, it's urgent for you to seek medical advice because that acne would soon turn into acne scars, and then the treatment protocols will just keep getting you more and more into the line of the treatments. So it's very important to start with a good skin regimen from a doctor, and then if your skin is healthy, maintain it with a good skin regime. But if you are facing issues like aging, spots, pigmentation, hair fall, please do seek the advice of a dermatologist and go in for in-clinical treatments.
Now, you've been saying, what is the biggest issue that women are calling you for right now in the lockdown?
See, right now when I'm also myself, staying at home most of the time, although our clinic is open, people are calling me more and more for issues like hair fall, for stress acne. I think that has been a major thing. 8 out of 10 patients of mine that I'm seeing in the clinic are with hair fall issues.
Now that brings me to my next question, but certain treatments that we are all aware of, possibly for hair fall, such as PRP, etc., are just not possible at home. So what should you do? I mean, how do you control your hair fall at home?
See, first of all, the hair fall always has a reason. So if I meet a patient who has been facing this issue, I would take down their proper history. When did their hair fall start? What was the trigger? Did they follow like a quick diet, or did they, go off something? What's the major reason? Generally, the issue can also be stress related, but we first need to know the reason. And then we run a blood routine just to understand if there is any deficiency. But if you're at home, you can follow a good, healthy lifestyle, which includes workouts, sleeping well, meditation to relieve the stress, and a good food eating habits. Have some nutritional supplements. You can go and seek the advice of your doctor. Have the supplements required for good, healthy hair growth because they are very, very essential.
Now, my last question. Now, coming to see a doctor, very, very scary. Are virtual consults okay, and are they as effective in the lockdown?
See, virtual consults for regular skincare routine is absolutely fine. Or if you have a rash or something which is really, really, troubling you, absolutely go for the virtual consult and don't go into the clinic just for simple issues like that. But if, I see a lot of brides in my clinic these days. If there is a wedding happening in the family, and if there is something that you want to work upon and you have been hesitating to treat those acne scars because they have downtime, you can visit a clinic. You should follow the protocols. The safety protocols need to be there. And then absolutely go for them, because right now, the downtime you can afford. You are staying most of the time at home. And if you're going to a clinic which is following the safety protocol, it's absolutely fine.
Well, thank you. I think that was a little bit of my questions, but I'll let you get started because I know I have so many of them. But we are dying to see all the DIYs.
Absolutely. So, ladies, over here, I would first of all start with something called as assessing your skin type. Because when I see patients in my clinic, lot many times they don't know what skin type do they have. And it's actually not very difficult to know what skin type you have. Just a simple test that you can do at home. Wash your face in the morning and don't apply anything. Use a normal cleanser. Don't apply anything for next 30 minutes. And then you read your skin. Always have that relationship with your skin, that you can read your skin as to what it is trying to tell you. If you feel that your skin is becoming very tight, then you have maybe a dry or a dehydrated skin. But if you feel that you have the need to apply a blotting paper on the face, then definitely you have an oily skin. But if you feel that your skin is becoming more itchy and it is breaking out in a rash, then you have a sensitive skin. And if you don't feel the need of applying a moisturizer or blotting paper on your face, then you have a normal skin. So understand your skin type first. And your skin type doesn't remain the same all throughout. Your skin type is bound to change with your food intake, with your endogenous factors or the exogenous factors, which are like pollution, genetics, what you're eating, your hormones, all of them play a very big role. So maybe like towards your periods, generally, the people start secreting more and more sebum on their skin, and that's where you start having acne. So your hormones play a very big role. And similarly with the weather change also, like towards the winters, everyone complains of dry, dehydrated skin, because the atmosphere doesn't have much of humidity, and that sucks out all the moisture from your skin. So your skin care needs to change with the change in your skin type. So first of all, you need to know your skin type, and that skin type is bound to change. And you can actually develop a relationship with your skin to know what your skin is actually asking for, and then you can go ahead by using the right products. Now, what are those products and how to layer them? That's the next question that I'm addressing. Not many times people still don't know what is the right way to use the product. First of all, of course, morning and evening, you need to use a cleanser. A cleanser is really important. Many times I see patients in my clinic who tell me, doctor, like I stay at home and I don't like to wash my face in the morning. I just take some gram flour or something and I scrub my face. And that's it. I don't wash my face. I like it like that. You have to wash your face in the morning and at night, because in the morning, all the oil or the sweat, all the dust from your pillow cover or anything is sitting on your face, which can actually clog up the pores and lead to a lot of issues. So use a cleanser based on your skin type. It can be grainy or sebum control moisture cleanser for oily skin, or it can be just a hydrating hyaluronic acid based moisturizer cleanser for dry skin. So choose a cleanser depending on your skin. And how to use it with normal room temperature water. Some people love to use hot water, some people love to use very cold water. Extremes of the temperature for the water for face washing is not a good idea. So use a normal temperature water, wash your face nicely in the morning, and then don't wait. You have to quickly go to the next step, because what we want to do is lock in the natural moisturizing factors in your skin. So after you have washed your face, don't scrub it with a towel. Just take a soft cotton towel and dab it on the skin as to just soak up the extra water. After that, you go quickly to the next step, which is a toner. Now, many times my patients tell me, oh, doctor, we've never used a toner. Why do we need a toner? Why is it important? I think it's just a marketing gimmick. But toners are actually a very important step. They not only balance the pH of your skin, but they further remove all the impurities from the skin. These days, toners have come out with glycolic acid, with a lot of exfoliating agents, which naturally removes the dirt and impurities and makes your skin ready for the third step, which is the serum. Now, serum and toner are very different. Toner is generally more watery based, while serum is little oil based. So we always go from less dense products to more dense products. Toner you can just apply by putting in your hand and then rubbing it and applying on your face, or you can take it on a cotton pad and remove it or put it on your face. These are the two ways to use a toner.
Dr. Gitika, now the toner, is it also for skin type?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything comes with the proper skin type. So there's a separate toner for oily skin, there's a separate toner for mature skin, separate toner for dry skin. So you can choose. Okay, so after the toner, now quickly we go to the third step, which is the serum. Now, serum is in fact one of the most important steps because it is a potent mix of all antioxidants. That serum can be vitamin C based, it can be hyaluronic acid based, it can be azelaic acid based, it can be different acids depending on your skin type, together with a lot of antioxidants. Because now your skin is exfoliated, it is fresh, it's ready to soak in some nutrition. So not many times during the lockdown happening, I'm seeing a lot of DIYs for this serum. So there is a note over here, people. Don't go for those DIY serums. They're actually a waste of your time and they can actually cause more damage to your skin. Because if you apply directly lemon juice, which a lot of these DIY serums have, it can make your skin really sensitive. It can also make your skin photosensitive and your skin can actually break out in a rash. So don't do that. Invest your money into a good serum, hopefully a dermatologically recommended serum. Just take few drops of it on your palm, activate it, and then press and release. Press and release. This is the way to use a serum. Always go from down to up on your face and in to out. That's the right way to use anything on your face. And never forget that your face doesn't end on your chin. It ends right here. Because women who are aging, they would always realize, and especially due to lockdown, everyone is getting the tech neck, due to extra bending. They come to me, doctor, what do we do? This is the tech neck, people. So you need to invest in your neck as well. People were talking about hands, people were talking about face, but neck is something which is also becoming a major issue these days. So the serum or the toner, everything goes on your neck as well. Now, after the serum comes an under eye cream. Now, under eye cream is again very important, especially during the lockdown. Now I'm seeing a lot of patients with a lot of under eye issues. Maybe they had all those issues before as well, but due to wearing of the mask, more and more emphasis is going on the under eye area. Or maybe because they are using a lot of digital devices all the time, their under eye area is becoming more parched and dry. So you have to use an under eye cream for that. What's the right age to use it? Now, in fact, anyone over the age of 20, 25 can start using an under eye cream. And there are different types of under eye creams. You can't just go on the counter and buy any under eye cream. There's an under eye cream for those purplish, bluish under eye dark circles. There's an under eye cream for dark pigmented under eye dark circles. There's an under eye cream for puffiness. There's an under eye cream for lines. So all the 4 categories of under eye issues have different active agents which a doctor would prescribe you after assessing your skin type. So under eye cream is very important. How to apply it? Apply like 2 or 3 drops under the eye and then you go in to out. Never do this with your under eye cream because then you're causing more aggression or more issues with the under eye area. Always go in to out. You can in fact give a light massage with your hands by going in to out. Use your index finger, not too much pressure, in to out. So do that with the under eye cream. And after the under eye creams comes the moisturizer. Now, moisturizer is very important. If you look at a dry apple vis-a-vis a nice juicy apple, you will be able to see a dry apple, the skin is always very wrinkly and crinkly. Vis-a-vis a nice juicy apple is luminescent and it is, radiating light. It's very glossy. Similarly, when your skin is hydrated, it will always reflect light and your skin will always look glowy. So hydration is very important. Be it from inside the body, drinking enough water, or be it from outside the body, applying the moisturizer. Now, many times I get patients who ask me, doctor, I have oily skin. Do I still need a moisturizer? I would say yes. All skins need a moisturizer. But which moisturizer you pick will depend on your skin type. So it can be like a gel-based moisturizer for people with oily skin. It can be more creamy moisturizer for people with dry skin. These days, there are a lot of moisturizers available for acne-prone skin, for mature skin, and you have to pick a moisturizer which needs to be applied on your face. Again, going upwards and outwards. That's the right way to use it. That's the way you use your moisturizer. And don't forget your neck, which also goes upwards. And here, just below the neck, you go down. But in the neck, here, you go up. That's the way. And even with your forehead, you go up. So I'm going to do a quick DIY facial massage also for everyone. But this is something that you need to remember when it comes to moisturizer. After the moisturizer comes the sunblock in the daytime. Many times now I'm getting patients who say that, oh, we are sitting at home, I don't need a sunblock. But that's not right. Even if you're sitting at home, now there are infrared rays also even from your digital devices. Even those are causing a lot of damage on your skin. Even if you're sitting in the home, there are a lot of LED lights, your phone screens, your TV, your windows, they have all the damaging UVA, UVB, and infrared light. So you have to use a sunblock, minimum SPF 30 to be applied every 2 to 3 hours. It cannot be just applied in the morning and then you forget about it. You have to apply the sunblock every 2 to 3 hours because that's the right way to be. Which sunblock to use? There are loads of them available in the market. So you choose a sunblock based on your skin type and based on your activity levels. Say if you're an athlete and you sweat a lot, then you should use a sunblock which is dry touch and sweat resistant because you don't want sunblock to be dripping off your face, right? So use a sunblock accordingly. Even if you're going out swimming or playing, use a sunblock which is meant for your skin type. So this is for the daytime skin routine. To repeat, it's cleanser, toner, serum, under eye cream, moisturizer, and then the sunblock. Everything in this order, back to back. Don't give your skin a break. We need to lock the moisture. Then comes the nighttime skincare routine, which starts
Okay,
again.
one question before. Now, for the
Yeah.
sunblock, now what do you do if you're wearing makeup? Like, do you have to remove your makeup and put on the sunblock? Or can you put sunblock on top of the makeup? How do you do it during the day?
On, so on top of the makeup, in fact, what I do if I'm wearing makeup, I layer it with different SPFs. So a lot of foundations these days also have SPF inside them. So you layer it, use a compact with an SPF, use a foundation with the SPF, and then you use a sunblock. And if you're really out, like a lot of makeup artists, actresses who are sitting in that light, which is so damaging, use sunblock on top of your makeup. Just sanitize your hands, put the sunblock, and dab it on your face. That's one way to do. Another way to do is you get a lot of compact powder sunblocks, which are very easily available in the market, which you just brush on your face. They have powdered sunblock. So these are two ways to use it. And either way, you have to use the sunblock. If you are more pigmentation prone and you're out in the sun, you have to use a sunblock. Good.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No issues. I like it like this. So people who have questions, I think they can keep putting it in the chat box and
Yes, we're
Sukriti
getting
will
already quite a few, so you're going to be very busy.
absolutely. So then comes the night care routine when we start with the similar thing, which is your face wash. But if you have been wearing makeup, you have to be more careful at night to remove all the makeup. So sometimes when people have lots of makeup on their face, then you use micellar water, which is very easily available in the market. What it does, it just takes off the pigment very easily. I love using micellar water. Just take it on cotton, remove your eye makeup, remove all your makeup with it. And then a lot of people also love doing a nice coconut oil massage on the face, which also becomes like an oil cleanser. So you can do that because that oil will suck out all the impurities from the face. Then you have to use a foaming face wash. This is just not that. So you use micellar water if you have a lot of makeup. Otherwise, use coconut oil, give a nice massage to your face, and then you use a foaming face wash at night. So that is the cleansing routine at night. Followed again by the toner and now the serum. Now, serum at night can be the same or it can be different depending on how much are you, up in your skincare game. If you are a woman who has been doing a lot of skincare things forever, in fact, at night, your serum can be retinol based because that will be good for anti-aging, for closing down the pores and also tightening your skin. So your serum can be different at night. And then comes your under eye cream. So even your under eye cream can be same as the morning or it can be different. At night, you can use an under eye cream which is more for the bags and the lines because you want to wake up without the bags and the lines, right? So at night, your under eye cream can also be more thicker because in the daytime, you don't want a very thick under eye cream. So at night, it can be more thicker. And then comes the moisturizer, which can be much more thicker because at night, your skin is more replenishing. In the morning, we are doing more protection, but at night, we are more rejuvenating and replenishing the skin. So at night, you can use a anti-aging night cream, which can be more thicker. Now, a lot of people talk to me about exfoliation, retinols. Now, these are the things that I introduce in my client's skincare game only when they have achieved all of this. When everything is in place, then I will introduce some acids, some exfoliants, which is only like twice in a week. I will do that. I will give them some AHAs and BHAs to be applied twice in a week at night. Or if they have been doing the exfoliation also diligently, then I will start introducing retinols. So retinols are brilliant. They are great. But then you need to learn how to use them. Not everyone can use them, because if you overuse them, your skin can become red, it can break into a rash, and then you'll be like, oh my God, what has happened to me? So you have to use retinol, small amount, not every day. Mix it with a moisturizer and apply, and make sure you apply sunblock in the morning and the next day, because your skin will become sensitive to sun. But what benefits it has? It can close your pores, it can make your skin tight, it can give you that luminosity. This is one of the agents which works on the collagen building of the skin. So this is a good skincare regime that everyone can follow, review with their dermatologist, because this is the backbone of skincare. Together with that, of course, drinking enough water, because if your skin is dehydrated, it will look sallow, it will look dull. That means you're not drinking enough water. It will reflect on your skin. Your skin is the largest organ of the body. It is, in fact, the only organ of your body which is actually showing outside. All the other organs are protected inside our body. But this is the organ which is outside, protecting us from heat, from environment, from all the dust, pollution. So we have to make sure that we also protect it, because anything which is going inside the body will reflect. So in fact, even if you have any hormonal disturbances, it shows on your skin. You have stress issues, shows on your skin. You have been not drinking enough water, it will show on your skin. If you have been smoking, it will show on your skin. Everything that you're eating or doing in your lifestyle shows on your skin, because it is the largest organ. So you have to make sure you protect it well. So that was about using the products, layering the products fine. Now I'm going to go to my favorite topic, because I have so much to share with each one of you. But I'm sure each one of you who is at home is doing a lot of home care things. I could see a question right there about LED face packs, mask at home. So I'm going to my favorite section, which is using all the devices at home. What am I doing and what am I suggesting, and which is something safe, because not many times things that you do at home are safe. So there's this roller which has just come out in the market. In fact, you can DM me if you want more information. It has these geranium crystals inside over right here. And you can roll it on your face. It not only removes the toxicities on the face, but it also gives you a beautiful massage. So how do I use it? I'm going to first of all sanitize my hand. And why I like it? Because of its size. You can just not use it on your face, but you can also use it on your neck, on your hands, because no one's able to get their massages done. So just like this. And it feels very cold when you're using it. So it's super easy to use. Use it more on your lines, because what it is doing, these crystals are sucking out all the impurities and giving you a nice massage. And on your forehead, you go up and down like this. On your neck, like this. Because this is the lymphatics. We want to drain out the excess lymphatic drainage fluid from here. Similarly, you can also use on the nape of your neck, behind, everywhere. That is one device.
And
Otherwise,
how long should you do the massage for?
you can do it for easily 15-20 minutes. In fact, you can do it twice in a day also. There is no harm to it. Very easy to use. I use it just applying a facial oil on the face. You can also use it by applying a gel on the face depending on your skin type. Super easy. And make sure you sanitize your hands, your tool when you're using it, because you don't want any dirt to go on your face while you're using it. So this is the geranium roller, this one right here. Then other tools available. So I'm not talking about jade rollers or gua shas, because I think they have been spoken about and talked out enough. They are also very easily available in the market. How to use them? Just keep them in the fridge. Put a sheet mask on your face and use them on top of your face to give your face a nice lifting massage. That's the jade roller or the gua sha. Then there are also tools which come like this. It has a lot of modes inside. There is a massaging mode, there is a LED mode, and then there is a iontophoresis mode. This one can use maybe like once in a week, because that will not only help tone up your face, but it will also help in removing fine lines and wrinkles. Just put a nice layer of gel or a cream on the face and then you use it on the top. So that's my second favorite. And then comes very easy roller. I'm sure a lot of you women have it already. It's more like a jade roller. Very easy to use. My jade roller broke, so I'm going to show you a massage that you can do at home. And if you don't have anything of these things, don't worry. You can also use your hands. Just sanitize your hands and follow these massaging steps with me.
So one question that has come in, if you can actually tell the names of the three rollers so that people can actually
So
understand.
this is a geranium roller right here. And this is a facial toning device. And this is the general face massager tool, which is available very easily in the market. And these two are available at Isaac, at my clinic. We have just launched them. So these are two of the exclusive ones. And jade rollers and gua shas, very easily available, or you can even DM us. Even we have them very easily available. But in case, ladies, you don't have any access to any of these, you can use your hands also. Sanitize your hands. And if any one of you wants to join me, please do. You can just sanitize your hands and get started. And then you use a nice facial oil. This is the oil I'm using. And this oil just doesn't go on your palms, but also outside, because your face is going to be touched by your knuckles as well. Okay? And then you go from bottom to up like this. Apply a good amount of pressure because we want the lifting to happen. This you can do, in fact, every day. And with your forehead, because you get lines horizontally, so you don't go horizontally. You have to go up, release, up, release. You don't go in the direction of the lines. You have to go opposite. And these are the very important lymphatics which you want to release at the bottom like this. So this is a very quick massage that you can in fact do every day, or you can use one of the tools to make it even better and more relaxing for you. Very easy to do. Now, apart from this, coming on to anti-aging. So people a lot of times ask me that, what is anti-aging? What is the right age to start anti-aging? So Kriti, how are we doing on the time? Because
We've
I
got
can,
good time. Yeah, we've got
yeah.
good time. Yeah. I think anti-aging and hair fall, I'll never stop you when you're talking about my two favorite topics.
So I'll take the topics about anti-aging and hair fall, and then we can go on to, picking questions from the audience.
Perfect.
So anti-aging is a very big domain. Your aging, in fact, starts from the moment you're born, because that's the time the clock starts ticking. Your 0 year, 1 year, 2 year, your skin is changing. And with aging, what happens? Your skin has a cell turnover. Your skin cells are programmed to reverse and die on its own. So when you are, say, in your 20s, your skin cell turnover happens every month. But when you are in your 30s, the skin cell turnover is happening every 1.5 months. So your skin is taking more and more time. It's becoming more tired to change on its own. Similarly, when you're in your 50s, it takes more than 2 months. So that's why aging happens. There's dryness, there's a lot of stress, there are hormonal issues, and your skin is also not helping. The collagen starts to break down when you're in your 20, 25, your collagen has started to break down. And all these things which have been happening for such a long time, they start showing all of a sudden when you are hitting your late 30s or 40s that yes, I can see aging, but it has been happening for a very long time. So what you need to do to avoid and prevent aging, first of all, my golden rule of thumb is sunblock. So sunblock can prevent aging by preventing the sun damage, which is a very, very major reason of aging. So sunblock is really important. So start applying sunblock even for your children. There are a lot of sunblocks which are chemical free, which are physical sunblocks with zinc oxide. Start using them for them, because that will really prevent a lot of issues from happening. And then when you're hitting your 20s, start seeing a dermatologist to curate your skincare regime. That's when you can start including a lot of serums and acids in your skincare, and an under eye cream, hopefully, because right now the aging that is happening around the eyes has become exorbitantly high. Then when you're in 30s, you should start investing into a retinol. That's a good time to start a retinol. And then when you're in your 40s, that's the time you should start introducing retinols and a lot of peptides and ceramides in your skin, not to hydrate, but also to lift up the skin. So these are the things you can do at home. But then there are also treatments available. And what are those treatments? So majorly speaking, when you age, imagine like a big juicy grape. That juicy grape is very voluptuous, beautiful. You can see there's roundness, there is a lot of luster in that. Vis-a-vis a raisin, which has no luster. It is still very nice to taste, it's sweet, but then there is no luster. It's a lot of crinkliness. So that is what as aging has done to you. You get lines. Now those lines on your face can be of two different types. They are dynamic lines and they are static lines. Dynamic lines are the expression lines which come on your forehead like this, frown lines when you smile, the crow's feet. And then the static lines are where the fat loss happens due to gravity, everything pulling down. Your under eye fat loss areas, the nasolabials, cheeks start to flatten up, jowls coming over here, those are all aging. Now, how to take care of that? First of all, of course, if you're genetically prone to aging faster, then nothing much can be happening at home. You were talking about skincare at home. You can't tackle those lines at home because these are the lines that are born to happen. So, what are the treatments aspects available? So when it comes to the upper forehead, the dynamic lines, howsoever I might sound, I know women are very hesitant. Women do it and they don't tell about it. But the only thing that works is Botox. Botox is a protein which relaxes the lines. Now, why it has become so infamous? Because it has been done so much that some of the cases might have gone wrong at the wrong places. So you can get this treatment done. In fact, these days in my clinic, I'm doing preventive Botox, where a very low dose of Botox is given to young girls so that those lines don't become static. Because if you don't take care of these dynamic lines, they will become static. Even if you're not frowning, there will be a frown and you will always look very worried or stressed. Your children will come to you and say, "Oh, mom, is there anything stressed? You always look stressed." That's not stress. Those dynamic lines have become static on your face. So you need to relax them by using Botox. So Botox is US FDA approved. It is safe. You need to go at the right clinic to get it done. Use a small dose if you're doing it for the first time. It stays on only for about 4 to 6 months. And if you don't want to get it done, your skin or your lines will go back to where it started from. There is no harm that will be done. There is nothing residual about it, but it will go back to where it was done. But in fact, women who start early with doing Botox, with later years, they need lesser dose of it because those lines, those expressions that you were doing all the time, whether being angry or doing your exercise, you were doing this, those lines are getting less and less made. So it's very relaxed. So that was Botox. Now comes your lower part of the face. Now fat loss has happened. There is no fat here. Fat loss happening here. There comes the role of fillers. Now fillers use hyaluronic acid. Now hyaluronic acid we all love. Everyone loves hyaluronic acid in their serum, in their moisturizers. But when it comes to a filler and injectable, everyone like, no. But there are women who have been doing it and they're still, not talk about it because, it's still not been openly spoken about. But this is something you need to know that if there is fat loss under the eye, if your under eye area is sunken, only thing that will work over there is a filler. Like even young girls, they say, "Oh, I'm too young for a filler." But, darling, we don't treat your age. We treat the issue. Those under eye sunken lines, sunken eye orbits cannot be filled in with anything else. It's US FDA approved. You need to go to the right clinic, the right injector to do just a little bit for you to first experience it. And then you can always build it up. There can be side effects like swelling, redness, but those are all temporary. And the results will last up to 6 months to 10 months. And then you can go back to get it done, a refresher. Or if you don't want to get it done, it will go back to where it was. So nothing to worry. Now, there is also a class of people who are like, "Oh, I don't want to do Botox and fillers right away, but then I want a nice tight skin." That jaw that everyone loves, Angelina Jolie's jaw. So for that, we have energy-based treatments. Those treatments use radio frequency energy or ultrasound energy to remodel and tighten up the collagen. So there is Exilis, which is one of my favorite. It's US FDA approved. You can do about 6 to 8 sessions to be spaced like twice in a month. Or there is Ultherapy. Now, Ultherapy is a golden era facelift, which is non-surgical, no knife, no needle, and the results last up to a year, year and a half. That is something, if you go online, even Jennifer Aniston like openly talks about it. Something that people don't hesitate to talk about is Ultherapy. That yes, I've been doing Ultherapy because it's like a cult treatment to tighten up your face. It can work on your eyelid area. It can also work on those necklines to tighten this area, and it is US FDA approved. So these are the energy based treatments or the treatments to take care of the aging. But when it comes to pigmentation, then there are other set of treatments. First of all, your doctor will tell you to use certain depigmenting creams or serums at home, which will help in lightening the pigmentation. But if you have that melasma, that bad black bluish melasma, then you have to definitely invest into lasers, which are like Q-switch lasers or peels, because that melasma needs more attention than you think. And if you don't take care of it at the right time, yesterday only I saw a woman who had melasma on one cheek, and now she was saying, oh, it's coming on the other cheek also. And she has been living with it for last 10 years. So I wish she came in earlier so that we could stop it from spreading. But then Asians, we see melasma around here, on their neck. And then even young girls who have PCOD, they also are prone to more and more melasma. So this is about aging. And while talking about PCOD, I think we all are here mothers. We have to educate our daughters to eat well and have a good lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle disorder. But if your daughter, or if you are having hirsutism, which is excessive facial hair, and you're missing on your periods and your ultrasound shows some cyst, then definitely seek an advice, because this is a hormonal disorder which can give you hair fall, which can give you acne, which can give you a lot of other issues that will be a problem later on. So we do laser hair reduction for hirsutism on the face, and women would ask me, oh, will it take care of my hair? But first of all, you need to take care of your body internally. Laser hair reduction will only take care of the hair cosmetically. It will not take care of your hormones. You need to have your hormones in place to get the best out of these results. You need to eat well, you need to sleep well to get even better results out of them. And then we come to Sukriti's favorite topic, hair loss.
Yes.
So hair loss, we would run a blood check. First of all, the blood checks are CBC, D3, B12, thyroid, fasting blood sugar, serum iron ferritin, to know what is the reason. Once I know the reason, I give supplements for that hair loss. And then there are treatments. Now those treatments can be mesotherapy, there can be PRP, and then there is a new treatment called progenitor treatment. I think most of you would be knowing about PRP here, which is like a fertilizer for new hair growth. We take about 5 to 10 ml blood from you, and we micro inject it into your scalp once in a month for 4 months. But now there is a treatment called progenitor treatment, which is done only once for maybe like 1.5 year. You don't have to repeat the treatment. What it does, it takes a small punch biopsy, we take out the stem cells, which are 10,000 times more potent than PRP, and we micro inject it on the scalp. It gives beautiful results for female pattern baldness. Even for males, it's a great treatment. In fact, a lot of patients have, reverted back from getting a hair transplant because it has such good results. So these are some things that you can actually intelligently pick and choose while you're doing treatments. Now coming to the last topic of the day, DIYs. So how many of you must be doing DIYs here? I'm sure everyone must be like, the kitchens have become their favorite getaway places to experiment. So some things that you need to know not to do when you're doing DIYs: don't combine it with any of those AHAs, BHOs, or retinols if you're using them, because these DIYs also have acids which can contraindicate and give you a rash. So don't mix them. Second of all, don't use something like a cinnamon or tomato juice or lemon juice on your face right away, because these are very potent and they can make your skin sensitive to the sun and you can break into a rash. Third, if you're making a DIY, use it on the same day. Don't keep it in the fridge and think that you will use it for the entire week. They don't have preservatives. They are not meant to be stored. Use them right away. And then fourth would be anything that you're putting in your DIY. Don't think that, it's getting expired. Let me put it in my DIY and put it on your face. If you can't eat it, you can't put it on your face. Always remember that. You can't put, yogurt which has become kharab to put it in your DIY. That's absolutely a no-no. Now, some DIYs that have actually worked for me and that I would love to share with you is a very simple one. First one is just freezing ice cubes. Those ice cubes can be different. They can be with green tea if you have more puffy face, aging face, or those ice cubes can be with natural fresh aloe vera juice or gel, or those ice cubes can be with cucumber juice or rose water, and use them every day. You can use as much of them as you want because there is no side effect related to them. They are just gonna tone up your skin, give that hydration, and it will also calm down your face. So, some ingredients that you can try: green tea, aloe vera juice, cucumber juice, rose water. Very easily available, and all of us have access to them. Now, second of all comes to the favorite topic of de-tanning. Everyone has tan issues, they want to remove tan at home. So something that you can use at home if you are following all the steps above that I've told you, just use some grounded rice powder. So simple rice that you have, just put it in a mixie, make flour out of it, 2 spoons of that rice powder, add just half a teaspoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of curd, and little bit like a pinch of turmeric to it. That's all. It's a beautiful detan face pack. Why? Because that rice powder that we used, it has beautiful properties for removing the tan, and it also is an exfoliator that will remove the tan on your skin. Then comes a good anti-aging face pack, which we all love. You can actually use your leftover red wine for that. We all have been, big on having our wines at home. So use about 2 spoons of red wine, add a little bit, half a spoon of cocoa powder, which we all have at home, and just mix it up and apply it on your face. It will hydrate your face and give you a nice glossy appearance. So these are some DIYs you can do at home. But in fact, to add on that, so Preeti, I would love to share that we have also launched this Insta Sculpt. It's a medifacial for professional use that a lot of my patients had been asking that, doctor, we are not able to do enough at home. What do? We want to keep our skin clean. We don't want to use DIYs. They do wrong to my skin. So for anyone who wants professional skincare at home and still can't go to a clinic, you can order this kit from us. It has carboxytherapy medifacials, which not only remove the toxins, but it is also good for acne. It's also good for pigmentation. It comes with 5 facials. You can use them easily at home, like twice in a month. So, and it's exclusively with us. It's from Korea, one of my favorite beauty destinations. And all of you can actually order it with us and use it. And I'm sure you will love it because it's something that we have been using in my clinic and everyone loves it. So now you can use it at home. So, Sukriti, that's it
Fantastic.
from
Wow,
me.
that was so much information. I think, I just want to remind everybody this video is available on Facebook and on YouTube. So you can go back and check out all the therapies. With that, I'll hand it over to Damini. Damini, I know we have a lot of questions waiting.
Yes, a lot of questions over here on chat, and there are a lot of questions even coming on Facebook. And there's one question on Facebook, especially that I would like to kick off with is by Anju Kalra, and she's asking any tips for hand care as due to pandemic, most of the women, they are doing the household chores, and also that we are overwashing our hands regularly. So,
Yeah.
any tips that you would like to share?
So first thing, use a hand wash correctly. Don't use a hand wash which is just off the shelf. Use a moisturizing hand wash. Don't wash your hands with hot water. Use lukewarm, normal temperature water. And post washing, make sure you moisturize your hands. And another thing, if your hands are really flaky and dry at night, use a nice thick moisturizer and use gloves on top so that your hands can actually get some sanity and hydration deeper. And those sanitizers you're using, in fact, there's a sanitizer that in fact even I'm coming out with. It has herbal extracts together with alcohol that is required to remove the virus and bacteria. They are herbal extracts which are non-drying and to make your skin more supple. Because in fact in my clinic I see so many patients who have rashes on their skin due to overwashing and drying. So you can also avoid that by wearing gloves. So while you're doing homework, housework or washing utensils and stuff, why not wear gloves? Protect your hands while you're doing it. So all these tips I'm sure would help you.
Perfect, thank you. So, Saundarya, you're next. You can ask your question.
Yeah, hello doctor. I'm very happy talking to you. I follow all your Instagram. Okay. Apart from that, I would like to mention like a person having vitiligo and just having 2 or 3 spots. I find it as a myth not having vitamin C rich foods.
Absolutely, that's a myth. Vitiligo is an autoimmune disorder and it has nothing to do with vitamin C. Vitamin C is a water soluble vitamin which will actually build up your body and skin immunity. Definitely go on vitamin C. You can have
Okay,
vitamin
I
C.
can have all the vitamin C foods. And also, can I take the vitamin C supplements like few for the even tone and everything? It doesn't affect that area, right?
Absolutely, you can have your supplement. You what is see the beauty of vitamin C is it's a water soluble vitamin, so there is never overdosing with it. Even if you're having excess of it, it will be just drained out of your body because it's water soluble.
Now, I
Okay.
have a question on that, Dr. Gitika. There are a lot of articles that are coming out, and I was also confused because that are saying that are we taking in too much vitamin C?
There
And
is
are we
nothing as
not
too much.
doing
It's water soluble.
okay? I'm
Okay.
glad
And
you
then,
clarified that because I was
Absolutely.
confused on that too.
yeah. And then question.
Go ahead.
Uh, yeah. My hair, like I have been following your stories and I have been taking the shampoos accordingly and even the conditioning, whatever I'm doing. But I find a lot of split ends and even my hair is breaking much.
Okay, so if you're having a lot of split ends and breakage, then probably your protein intake is not much. Check on that. Second of all, I can give you a quick DIY because I don't know where are you from. Rice water. Just have the boiled rice water. Don't throw it away. Keep it in the fridge, and you can put it in a spray bottle. Put it in a spray bottle. Mix it with a little bit of aloe vera juice and spray it on your hair. Leave it on for 20 minutes, and then you wash off. That will actually bind your hair together and make it more thicker and more nicer, and increase the protein intake. There are a lot of protein sources even if you're vegetarian. There is quinoa, amaranth flour, lentils, peas, brown rice, sprouts. So start increasing a lot of protein in your diet because that is one of the major reason of breakage of hair in the middle.
Okay, so Saida, we have asked you to unmute. Saida. Okay, let's move to Tanya as well. Uh, Tanya, you
Hi, doctor.
Hi.
Hi. So I've been following you from.
just a second. I think there's some audio issue.
Yeah. So hi, I've been watching your Instagrams and they're really really helpful.
Thank
So I have acne-prone skin, and my dermatologist has prescribed this de-acne soft that I use for my skin, which already has glycolic acid. Although my skin doesn't have any active acne anymore, I just wanted to start with a toner. So you were talking about glycolic acid toners. Do you think that is something that will suit me, or should I start with something
I need
else?
to see your skin to suggest acids to you because it will not be right for me to suggest you blindly like this.
I have a normal to oily skin.
No,
That's all.
darling, I need to see your face. I need to see your skin.
Okay. So do you think I should
I
skip
wish
toners
everything
for
was
now?
possible like this, but someday we have to see and then
Okay.
decide.
And I had another question about nuts, because you talk a lot about nuts really good for your skin.
Mhm.
Do you think sunflower seeds are something that's really good for like glowing skin?
See, sunflowers are seeds, they are not nuts. So, amongst nuts, of course, almonds stand the very best. We all have a habit of having soaked almonds in the morning, and I would suggest stick to that. And seeds, when it comes to seeds, there are sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Definitely have a spoon of them every day. They have a lot of micro minerals inside them, and they are good for your skin and for your hair.
Thank you so much. And do they need to be roasted, or we can just put them in a smoothie and just have it?
Roasted. Generally, whatever is available in the market is roasted.
Okay, thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you.
Damini,
Yeah. So sorry. So next one is Sheetal. Sheetal.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, doctor.
Hi.
Yeah, you have been explained really nicely. I mean, in all your previous videos, also all about anti-aging and all. I just wanted to know about the upper eyelid droop. I mean, is there anything else apart from your machines?
So upper eyelid droop, this, right?
Yeah,
That's what you're
yeah.
talking about? Okay, so upper eyelid droop is something also very common in Asians that we see. And if we talk about what we can do about it, there's not much available at home creams that you can use, but definitely in clinic, there are a lot of treatments available. We can do brow lift with the help of Botox. We can do a brow lift with the help of Ultherapy, and they are definitely helpful. But definitely, if the upper eyelid droop is way too much, then the only way to treat that is with surgery.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Vishali, you next.
Hi, doctor. I just
Hi.
want to know which type of retinol is good as anti-aging.
So Vishali, I need to know your age, I need to see your skin and then suggest, because retinol I cannot suggest you or prescribe you blindly. It's a very potent drug, medical drug, and it can cause harm if it is not used properly.
Okay.
But what I use for myself, I use dermaceutic retinol 0.5%, and there is EGA available in the
Yeah.
market very easily. UGuard, it's available very easily. But
Yeah.
anyone who is listening to this webinar and wants to try retinol, please try them under the doctor's supervision to understand what is your skin regime and should it be mixed with your skin regime and how you should use it.
Okay. Thank you.
Kavita, you're next. Kavita had a very interesting question actually. So Kavita.
Yeah, I'm there.
Go ahead, Kavita. Kavita, you're muted.
This was my first time that I'm attending your talk. And I always have a question at the back of my mind that we are only talking of using all these products have chemicals. Do they get absorbed into our bloodstream?
Absolutely. So if you're buying it from a pharmacy formulation, then they are made to get absorbed. But if you're buying like a cream, if someone is making at home and selling it that, oh, I'm using all the herbal things and you can buy it, I'm making at home, I would have questions about that. But if you're buying it from a pharmacy formulation, they are made to get absorbed. The formulation is made in a way that it gets absorbed.
Yeah, so my next question is, if they are getting absorbed into the bloodstream, you often read articles and you hear about it, breast cancer and many other. Is there a link?
So there is a link, absolutely, but not with all of them. So there were few actives which was causing the linkage, especially with sunblocks. The major thing that was found out that was probably causing any issue was octinatasone, which has been removed from the sunblocks. And but again, it was removed, and then the studies came that it was not, in fact, getting that much absorbed in your bloodstream vis-a-vis lipstick, which was getting absorbed more. So there are a lot of studies coming in and out. The idea would be only to buy products which are good from a good pharmacy formulation and suggested by a doctor.
Yeah, so that's exactly why I brought this up, because I have a daughter who's 29, and I know she always consults a professional before using any product. And this was just a little message that we should not indulge and use any products without consulting the doctor, the professional.
Absolutely, you're right. I come across so many people these days who are just setting up small units in their houses and making stuff out of natural things or adding things without even knowing the properties. So, it's nice to have your creativity put in that direction, but then does it work? Question mark. And if it's working, how it is working, and if it is going to what level, what is it doing? No one has answers to that. So you should believe in science where it has answers, but you should not believe in these things which has no answers, but you just want to believe that they work. So thank you for asking that question, Kavita.
Okay, so another question from our Facebook audience is about it's about face, good oils for face massage. So do you have any recommendation for that? What oils can we use for face massage?
I'm using this oil right here for everyone who can see. It's transparent, but it has 22 seed oil inside them. It also has sea buckthorn oil, and it has rosehip oil. This is something that I'm getting formulated and testing it these days. So anyone who wants to try this on, please DM me, and I'm sure I'll send you a small sample.
Okay, so there are a few people we have not been able to unmute, but they did have some interesting questions, and I would like to take it up. How do we determine what is the right kind of product for particular skin type? You know, what kind of cleanser, toner? How do we know our skin type? Is there a way to? Some people are very confused, you know, because of the combination skin as well.
So we, in fact, started a talk on the similar line where we did about assessment of the skin type. And if you have combination skin, go with skin products for oily skin. And if you're still very confused, then it's always good to go with products for sensitive skin type because they're going to be good for your skin any which ways.
Okay. There was a question from Natasha. It was on frown lines on forehead.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously with age and everything, frown lines do dwell up on forehead. So any tips for that?
See, first of all, they're bound to happen if you express in a certain way, right? If you have a habit of doing this all the time, maybe you have an eye number that you don't know about, or maybe you frown because you go out in the sun and the sun hits your eyes. Wear sunglasses, wear your specs if you have a number so that you don't do this often. You have to relax your muscles. Otherwise, the muscle that you're using more, it will come more, you know? So it's bound to happen. And what you can do at home to relax them is by meditating, by using some hand massage to relax your forehead. But then again, there are creams with retinols that can help removing these early signs of aging. And Botox is the only answer if you want to get rid of them.
So, Dr. Geetika, one last question before, I mean, there's so many, but this one, what to do about oily, sticky dandruff? They've had it for years. They've tried all the dermatologist shampoos, even ointments and liquids. Nothing is working.
See, then there it can be a possibility that it is psoriasis. So they need to see the dermatologist and see if it's not getting removed. Generally, dandruff, which comes in your nails, when you scratch your hand, comes in your nails, it's oily dandruff. Need to keep your scalp clean. There is no scalp lotion that I generally suggest to my clients. Just apply it overnight on your scalp. Wash it in the morning with an anti-dandruff shampoo like Bioderma DS shampoo or Blue Cap shampoo. These are some things that really work with dandruff. But when you have dandruff, don't oil. That's the biggest mistake that a lot of people do. That oil will make your scalp more oily. It will make the dandruff stick to your hair. And that's when it is very difficult to remove it. So don't oil your hair if you have dandruff. You should have your scalp clean if you have dandruff, even if that involves washing your hair every day. But if it is still not going, having using a medicated shampoo, then you must see a dermatologist to understand that if it is really dandruff or is it something else.
Well, thank you, Dr. Geetika, for all these tips. Any last piece of advice you want to leave us with before we end this session?
See, I would always say people ask me about glass glow skin, which has been becoming a new, cult between people when it comes to skin glow. Or they ask me that, doctor, what is it that you do? So I always tell them there is no shortcut to a glowing skin. It is your skincare regime. It's the food that you eat. It's the happiness that you have inside that would always reflect positive thoughts, sleeping well, everything. Your skin is the mirror to your soul, because if you have a vibrant skin, which is a happy skin, it will always show. But if you have a lot of hormonal issues, and you're not going to the right phase of your life, and you're not sleeping well, you're stressed, it will show. There would be acne on your face, or there would be lines, or there would be that brownish discoloration which is effusing unhappiness. So there is no shortcut. Make sure you go for that stroll in the morning. Make sure you invest time in self-love, which is giving your skin the nourishment that it needs. If you need a medical advice or a treatment, don't look up to your partner for agreeing to it or approving it. You have to choose for yourself, because everything that you choose is for your own happiness, for your skin, because that is what is going to show for the rest of your life.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Geetika, for being with us. That was excellent. I know so many new terms, so many new things. I think I'm going to be Googling all night. But first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, and we wish everyone a good night. And please do try some of this. This video is available on Facebook and on YouTube. I know there were lots of things suggested. So I know I missed some of them. So I'm going to be going back and watching it, and please do too.
Thank you.